how well my voice is going to come through with this mask on. The wind might actually be blowing the right way to take it off. So, yeah, the wind's blowing away from me. I lucked out. Okay, so my bedroom was right about here. It's like all the way from like where the bucket is to right around here. That was my bedroom. This is where I'm finding my, oof, the wind has changed. Fuck. Ugh. This is where I'm finding my bedroom stuff. Oh God, it's so bad. Ugh. That's the second RV. That's the first RV's stove. There's all my cast iron pans. They're all warped. Everyone, even the bread pan's warped. And there's the generator, the culprit right there. So there's the RV, there's the generator. And that was all over like this. So yeah, this has just been rototilled. Oh God, it's so bad. Literally leaves a fucking taste of like metallic-y sootiness in the mouth. Whew, it's probably that pile that was getting me. I just wish I could find a second cat, because then I could go at this a lot more aggressively. Right now I'm just picking a little bit, scratching around, and then going through it and picking out and putting, God, I don't have my glasses on, putting all this stuff I found in there. Lots of puddles of molten aluminum. Tons of just aluminum puddles. Just everywhere, little piles. So, what I've been thinking about for this fucked off gravel, or gravel or rock or whatever. I mean, this is not, it's not really good for making a pad. It's just full of shit. And so I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with it? And I think what I might do with it is scoop it up and put it into the fence. Because the fence, the animal-proof fence needs rock. That's why I'm picking through it. I'm going to burn off shit. I'm going to take shit out. But the rock, like hauling out rock, and then, or separating rock from toxicness, or, I mean, I got some piles over here, some trash needs to go. And I'm just slowly working my way. I mean, this is why I bought this fucking trailer. Like, this cleanup, getting this mess, like, what do you do with that shit? How do you get it out of here without something like this? Hire people? I mean, holy fuck, there ain't no money in that steel $62. That means somebody's gonna charge the fuck out of me to do this. So, yeah. I have this other trailer, but this, look at how bad this shit is right here. I protected the deck with this plywood, and the plywood is just beat up, which is good because the trailer would have been more beat up. But this would have been very expensive. And basically fucking Geico was just gonna haul like the frame. They would come, hook onto the frame, pull the frame, the one frame, just the one I already took, and that would be it. And I don't know if I would have found my cat if I had somebody out here doing this shit. Not that I was expecting to find him, but it's a very slow process. And wearing this damn mask all the time, it's fucking starting to really hurt my nose. Like the bridge of my nose. It's got a permanent red mark on it now where that thing sits. So I've been trying to figure out what the hell this was all about. for the whole time, right? Like what the fuck is this? You know, just this random, you know, just rip right through the fucking property. Like, what the fuck is this all about? This whole time I've been trying to figure it out, right? This is a fucking fire line cut right through my garden, right through here. You can see, like, look at all this, right? I mean, there was fire right here, fire right here. This is all fire I set before the fire, right? So you can see that it doesn't fucking spread at all. Look at that. I can't get shit to burn, right? And so this is what this whole fucking thing is. Like, he was smart. He was putting out the fire. But then somebody goes, oh my God, it's gonna spread. Cut a fire line over here. And in the middle of the winter, you can't get this shit to burn. It just won't. I mean, literally, look at this. Look at this. It just won't burn. You got a little bit of fire here, and that whole thing, that should have burned. Look at this. All this right here doesn't burn right next to it. So anyway, I finally figured that out. cold and windy today. The wind's really whipping. Not horribly, but kicking up dust really bad. So basically I just ran the backhoe and just spread the stuff out. And just spread it out. Then I'll have to go back through and pick it all clean. But getting pretty close to the end of this phase of the project. I'm standing here without a mask on because the wind's blowing good enough in that direction where I just don't need it. I need a break from the mask. My fucking nose has got like permanent discoloration where the mask is sitting. And yeah, I'm just tired of wearing the mask. So, just hauling a load of garbage that was all right here, bunch of plastic shit, and some piles, some that were just completely, which I'm going to have a lot more. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it all yet. Haven't quite figured it out. I do have a giant fucking hole right here. So that hole had all kinds of stuff that was supposed to be going on in it. And I don't know if I'm pointing the camera right or not. So this is just, I mean, that's pure smoke. There's some of my knives. And I am almost positive now that I'm not going to find my second cat. And that means I'm going to guess she got out. That's what I'm going to guess. And then I wasn't here. And nobody was here. And nobody came over except for somebody to vandalize. And she just probably got so hungry or thirsty. And a coyote probably just got her. So, and this, knowing that now, has made my life even worse. Like, oh, I could have saved her. I was so sure she was dead. The reason I think it's her is because she would get out quite often when the door was left open, and the door was left open for this whole thing. So she probably just got out. She couldn't have lasted long. My neighbors even asked me if they should look for my cats. I should have said yes. They probably would have found her. Oh, poor little girl. Getting down to the tail end of it. At this point, I just take the backhoe and I'm spreading everything out real thin. And then I go back through and pick out all the gravel, or excuse me, pick out all the metal. Burnables, dump, metal goes in the little bucket, and then it goes in that cage, and then that'll be lifted up on the back. I still have a little scraping to do around here, a little more in here, and yeah, it's a freaking hellish job. It's like every other little thing I look at, I'm like, oh, there's my this, there's my that. And I'm almost positive my girl cat, Zuzi, made it out and then just probably died to coyotes because I didn't frickin' tell the neighbors to come look for her. So I'm just living in a mad hell. so unhappy on a minute by minute basis. And once I'm done with this, the only thing it's going to be is, now what do I do? Once this is all cleaned up and hauled away, and this pit here is probably where I'm going to dump a lot of this, because this is just garbage now. That gravel, there's hardly any of this. A little bit right here that didn't just get freaking coated in ash and junk. So it's pointless to keep any of it, really. I'm just gonna dump it all right there, probably cover it up, and then maybe throw some paint on that shipping container. Maybe, I don't know. I did work today on I opened my second road back up. Like, the best guess is I cut a fucking fire line, which is just ridiculous because like, there's 40 feet of nothing, and then they cut a fire line just in case this stuff caught fire that, I don't know. Anyway, it was pretty messed up. I couldn't drive through here, and that took me a couple hours to get it back. There was a weird, I don't know what was going on there, so I had, best I could, patch that back together. And then there was a giant pile right here, and then this rip mark, I mean there was a big pile right here and right here. So I redistributed those piles back into the cut as much as I could, redug my trench, and then smoothed everything out. So yeah, I was pretty much waiting to I'm pretty sure now I'm not gonna find Susie, and I'm just, based on the type of cats they were, like, I'm pretty positive Susie got out, and that's thorium, and this is their graves. And even though I don't have a body for Susie, I'm gonna go ahead and put her grave there anyway. And I'm gonna get that done probably, I don't know, the day tomorrow or the next day. I just got to the point where everything was thin enough to where I could be confident that there's not a corpse in there. Like, I literally picked through this giant mound that was about 4 feet deep in some places. Just a little bit by little bit, like an archaeologist would, try not to hurt a corpse. Well, that's it. It's got to get all this toxic $1,000 worth of fucking gravel and drain rock rather, and put it in there. Burn that off, and it's pretty much cleaned up. I'm gonna haul this right now. It's gonna be fun. My lights are already not working. I just had those fixed. The turn signals are working, but not the lights. Well, let's hope this is an eventless day. Okay, so today, trying to get that out of here. Car, friggin' wind is blowing the worst way, which is right at me right now. So this whole toxic thing is just gassing me. Can't even get, so bad. Ugh. So, still have to rake out all that, burn that off, and clean up a little bit what's left here. And a little bit of cleanup over there. I'm just getting rid of it all. There's my nice, where's my path is right there. And it just all fit in there perfectly, which is kind of weird. I dug that hole and was not going to use it, but it turned out to be the exact size of hole I needed to throw everything away. I don't know when I'm going to get to that shipping container though. That's like a whole entire expense. And I was going to burn that today, but it's a little too windy, I think. So, taking the car in, I got to hose it off and get the key adjusted for it at the dealership. And it's a lot of driving today. Good day for it. Cloudy. I ran into this tree twice, so it tilts now. I can push it back, but I'm not trying to keep all these junipers, but some as decorative kind of in some places. These got burnt pretty good. I didn't even really notice that this one was burnt until this is a long ways away here. This is like here to there. It's like a long ways. It's a hot fire. That pile pretty much consists of all that really awesome true dimension 4x12 beams. I had a whole load of them, 16 footers. Yeah, that was really nice stuff there. So I'll just burn this down and finish scooping up that and this, and then put it in there, and then go and grab all the topsoil and fill that in. Then this phase will be done. Maintaining the backhoe. I was a little chilly and I was like, oh yeah, I need to do that fire, and literally I'm warm right here from that fire. That's how hot fire is. That tree over there is singed all the way over there from the fire that was, I think it was here, and it's at the most. So, yeah, That didn't last long. It was just like not even 6 months ago I bought that stuff. I think I bought it in like September. So I'm just raking out from underneath here, and look what I found. This is oh, the toxic level is so bad. I don't remember what that metal cup's all about, but this is my spice grinder, and there's a thing of spices there. So the fuck was that? Yeah, I just about cleaned up. I mean, there's literally like I think I'm gonna just pick up that pile of rocks because or put them over there, and then I gotta grab topsoil from the pile over there and bring it in over here and fill that in. I gotta get online and figure out what plants I'm gonna put on top of that, because plants can deal with pollution as well. All right, it's cleaned up and buried. And thus ends another phase of my life. The RV phase was very short. My life in RVs. And a little more work to do to this. Been toying around with ideas what to do with it, but unfortunately, the smell is not gone. And I don't think it's going to be gone until I get that shipping container out of there, cleaned up. Because even if I keep that shipping container, I really don't need it right there. I need a quality shipping container right there, not a burned up one. And once it's cleaned out, it's not even, I don't even know what it'd be good for. Storing like, I don't even know. So here's my wildflower garden that I've been working on. I don't know how well it's going to turn out because a lot of work didn't get done. It's been 2 months. And then these are my cat's graves. This is thorium and that's Zuzi. There's a body there, but there's no body there. So those little stuffed animals that the nurses gave me, that's what I buried there. Just so I'd be burying something. And hopefully this will be a very, very beautiful wildflower garden. All kinds of pretty flowers in there all the time. I sure did love those cats. Yeah, it's been quite the video. A little bit long, but yeah, I just didn't feel like putting out a bunch of videos, all little teeny ones. So anyway, thanks for hanging out till the end. So overall, I've been out here in Juniper Acres for a year and a half or something like that. And I've just experienced nothing but hard times and loss. Like nothing's gone good. Like everything that went good burned up. So that's been Juniper Acres for me, right? And so I don't know what I'm gonna do. The whole virus has kind of got me stuck here, and I do like my property. I really, the view's amazing, the weather's nice, so I don't know. I'm stuck here now. I don't really have a choice. Thinking about I got a little bit more than a week left in the motel, and then I'm going to be living on the property again. I'm moving into the back of my car. That's where I'm going to sleep in my car. And then I'm just going to figure stuff out. So the biggest deal in this whole thing has been my cats, right? And it's a double tragedy for me because, you know, I I could still have Zuzi right now had I just had those neighbors come out and look for her, you know, and that's gonna freaking just drive me nuts. And why it's such a big deal is because my entire life I've never been able to have an animal for its whole life. First animal I ever had was my dog Max, and I had to give him up when I moved in with my mom. I had him with my dad, and then my dad moved to Alaska, and I moved in with my mom on a houseboat, and there was no place for a dog. And then I bought a cat for myself in that houseboat, and my mom made me give it up too. And then I got a bunch of cats with the girlfriend, with this, I mean, insane. She just kept getting cats. So by the end, we had like 11 cats or something like that, right? And I had a couple cats when we broke up, and I went with my cats, and then I lost one when I left them at my grandparents' house, and then I lost another one. Well, basically, I moved in. I had him with me until I moved into this apartment. This apartment said you only can have one cat. So I left one at my grandparents' house. My grandparents gave it to that was Hempy, gave it to the vet. And I kept Psycho. And then Psycho just got out one day and never came back. So then all those cats, I didn't get to see them grow up. And, you know, and that was probably 2 or 3 years, 4 years maybe. Psycho maybe was like 3 years old or something like that. Maybe 4 years old. And then fast forward to another had cats. My girlfriend had a cat, and then we got a cat together. And then I went to freaking prison. And then I get out of prison, and I get a girlfriend to get cats and lose the cats. And then I get some cats, and I couldn't take care of them because I got the studio, and I was working all the time. They basically became feral in my house. And then I get a new house that I'm working from home, and I get 2 more cats, and one was fine, one was horrible. So I had to give them up again. Then I get another girlfriend, and she gets a cat, and I raise it. She's gone, and then she takes it and leaves. And so when I got Zeus, right, I was like, I'm going to make this a lifetime thing, right? And then he got eaten by a coyote. But I had already gotten thorium by the time then. So then it was just me and thorium for 6 months. And it just cats like friends. Like the cats that I draw to, they like friends. Like 2 cats at least. So I got Zuzi, right? And I had made a promise to these cats and myself to have them their whole lives, right? And now I lose everything. So I just, you know, people offer me puppies and kittens, and it's like I want everything, but I don't even have a house. Like, I'm going to be sleeping in the back of my car. I'm going to be eating, eating, like, I don't even know how it's all going to work because I don't have any refrigeration. I don't have any water storage. I don't have any money to buy all this stuff in it right now. I don't have a bathroom. But I don't have the money to stay in the motel either, right? So I most definitely can't afford a pet, and I most definitely can't take care of a pet. So it's just me by myself, and that's the end of the video. Peace.